Hello, hello, hello. And today I felt like it's time to talk a little bit about metaphoric cards. And I want to share why I personally absolutely love working with them and incorporate them in my programs and my work with my clients. So many people, I notice it a lot, they confuse metaphoric cards with tarot, and metaphoric cards are not tarot. Tarot cards are very powerful, mystic tool, really powerful. And even though I personally don't use it or don't use it as much, definitely not with clients, I do believe it's very, very powerful tool for guiding choices, guiding decisions. But this video is not about that. Metaphoric cards, on other hand, it's absolutely amazing, powerful tool, widely used by therapists, in psychology, in coaching. And what they do, they allow you to take a sneak peek what's going on in your subconscious. So remember what is subconscious? It's all these little programs, all these little patterns, all these beliefs that literally run our life. And then we say, well, maybe not we. I believe if you're watching this video, you already did some work on yourself and change it for yourself. But if not, no problems. Everybody gets there at some point at their own time. So people who say, oh, I'm just like this, and I think if by this time I didn't change, I will not change anymore. So really what they are saying, my beliefs, my patterns, they run me and they run my life, and I'm okay to go with the flow and to live like this. I'm comfortable. I don't want to change, which is fair enough. Let's not discount the human willpower and power to make choices. But when we want to actually heal something, clear something, work on a pattern or belief that doesn't serve us anymore, and even contrary stays on the way to achieving the goals we want, it's very important to look into your subconscious and see what's going on in there. Like, what are those beliefs? What's in there that I don't understand, I don't recognize, I'm not ready to look at, I'm not ready to admit is going on. And it's very different than coaching session, just because in coaching session, there is still a lot of logical brain involved, and logical brain is very, very big liar, and it will give you explanation for everything and anything you want to get explained in the way that it's okay to stay where you are, in the way that it's somebody else's fault, it's not you. And in the way that you will never get to change because it's not safe. You always will stay where you are because remember, those beliefs, they guard us from the change because change is not safe. And to stay where you are, it's safe, it's known. You know what will happen, you know your patterns. You know the events and cycles you live through again and again, only like names and faces and places change. And so, okay, how to do it? How to pass by the logical brain, that explainer who will explain everything, and get to the core. I will show you now. So I will start with like a very simple thing. So I will not confuse you. So here, and you know, I'm talking about money mostly. So this video will be about money as well, because why not? So look, here we have two metaphoric cards. And I will invite you now, first of all, to think, what is your money goal? Your next money goal. We all like always want to increase our financial ceiling. I never met a person who would say, oh my God, I have so much money, I really don't want to like grow them anymore. I don't know how to get rid of them. Because if you have too much, you always can share with those who in need and then create even more and do it again. So money is energy of the exchange. Anyways, think now, what is your next money goal? What is that specific amount that either you're working on creating, manifesting, pulling into your reality, name it the way you're comfortable to name, but the money you want to create in your life. And once you have the amount, write it down and look at these two cards. And there is no right or wrong answer, but choose one card that will represent you. Doesn't matter which one, this or this. Choose whatever you feel like. Choose one card that will represent you on this open field. And the second card will represent your money goal. That specific amount that you wrote down a minute earlier. Once you have these, just sit comfortably. Put your feet on the floor. Feel present, feel grounded. Look for a few minutes in the eyes of the card. Start with the card you choose as card that represents you. Start with that card. Look in the eyes of that card and start describing this card. So for example, I can say like, I see female. She's from, like clearly she's from higher class. She's really put together. And once you get through like visuals, how the person on the card looks like, start looking for the emotions. What that person feels now in the moment when you look at them. Start looking. And if you cannot catch any emotions, make sure your feet are on the floor, you are grounded, and look in the eyes of the person on the card. And you will feel emotions, you will sense emotions, you will know what emotions they have. It's different for everyone, but you will know exactly what the person on the card feels. Once you're done with the card that represents you, next, write it down for yourself. Write down everything that comes to mind. And next thing you do, now you switch to the card that represents money, your money, that amount of money that you want to create next, the amount that you wrote down a few minutes ago. And now do all the previous steps. Look in the eyes of the card, of the person on the card, describe them, write it down, and start looking for the emotions. What they feel in this moment. And once you got it, now check if this card or other person on the card see this person on the other card. So ask yourself, if card that represents me, does it see the card that represents money? Answer may be yes, maybe no. In case if it's no, okay, is this card doesn't see the other one, but does it know the other one is there? Again, answer may be yes or no. If, let's say, the card that represents you doesn't see, have no idea there is also card of money on the field, or knows that the card of money is on the field, but doesn't want to look at them, ask why. Out of what feelings, out of what emotions, card that represents me doesn't want to look at the card that represents money. And whatever answer comes, write it down. And it's not woo-woo. It's not like you will receive downloads and answers. No, you looking at the cards. That's only place you are looking at, and that's only place where answers are. No other places, please. So let's say in your case, let's say card that represents you, it sees money, it looks at them. Okay, next question. What feelings card that represents me feels towards the card that represents money? Look, are they connected? Maybe you see them as relatives. Maybe you see them as friends. Maybe there are negative emotions. Maybe there is judgment or anger or something else. Be honest with yourself. Write it down. And now do the same with cards that represent money. Does this card that represents money see the card that represents you. What feelings it has toward your card? Are they connected in any way? Does money don't want to look at card that represents you? What's going on between them? Write everything down. And once you did that, literally look at what you wrote down. You will see there all the blocks that hold you back from creating in your very much physical life, very much physical money that you target for, that amount that you wrote down. It may be fear. It may be they don't know each other. It may be anger. It may be something else. Ask yourself, how is it about my life? So, for example, if I see that, let's say, card that represents me doesn't want to look at money because it feels like money are lower class, doesn't worth my attention, whatever, and money look at cards that represents me, but they feel anger. Well, what does it mean? Well, for me, clearly, if I don't have this amount of money yet, like I cannot create it as I wish consistently for number of months, clearly they are not that lower class or that much small for me. No. If they would have been small for me and would be money that I already making and been making for some time now, that's one thing. It's like, yes, you are ready for upgrade. But if you didn't create the money you're looking to create, you don't know how to pull them out because clearly if you want them, you're taking some actions. There is something that holds you back. It's literally difference between people who want something, they take certain actions and they achieve it. And people who want that same thing, take that same actions and don't achieve it. Because in one case, person doesn't have blocks that separate them from amount of money they want or whatever their other desire. And in second case, there are blocks that tell your subconscious has a program that this amount of money is not safe. This amount of money is not safe. And your subconscious does whatever it can for you to self-sabotage, to not take actions or take actions in different way or like in the way you know for sure you will not achieve that goal. So it does everything to ensure you will never receive that amount of money because it's not safe. And of course, it's not true that it's not safe. That's what your subconscious believes into because it's new. So what we do here, let's say my card doesn't look at the money because it sees them as small, lower class, whatever you make it. That means that there is something in my subconscious, there is program that tells me like, no, let's come up with this story that those money are really like so easy to get. It's not even interesting. Like, let's say I want to double my income. Like, I don't even want to work for it. Like, I want 1 million. 1 million, yes, I will go for it. But like that, like, I don't know, 20, 30,000, no, sorry. Not doing it. Of course, it's story our brain has, because if you cannot double your income, clearly you cannot exit to get it to millions. Just reality. And again, opposite is truth. When you can double your income in your physical reality and replicate your experience for a couple months, then you can double it again, that new income, again, replicate it for a couple months, and repeat, and that's how you get to your millions. Yeah, simple as this. And yes, on every step of the journey, you will need to work through your blocks and programs that raise their heads, that you thought you worked on the previous step. That's just nature of this journey to be a human. And for example, if money are angry at me, think about it. Can really money have emotions? Who has emotions? Who has emotions? Of course, you need to be alive, something alive, or somebody alive, to be precise, to have emotions. People have emotions. Animals have emotions, but not money. Money is your card. Money is your paper money, coins. And on energetic level, it's an energy of exchange. Can you imagine your debit or credit card is angry at you? Laughing now? Well, open your wallet and check. Maybe it's angry. Most likely what you will find out, it will not exhibit any emotions. So what is this anger here? Well, can you guess? It's the emotions you project towards money. It's the emotions you project towards money. And it's hidden deep in subconscious. So it's very possible you don't even recognize it. And if I would ask you, hey, how do you feel about money? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about 20K extra or like 10K extra to your income? You would say like, yeah, I would have been so happy. Of course I welcome money. Sure. Well, that's what your logical brain says. And this anger you found, or any other emotion you found, that's what your subconscious really has in. And there can be a catch I want to warn you about. What is that? It's, let's say, yeah, my card sees the card of money, and my card loves card of money, and money see my card, and they love each other, and they are best friends for like many, many years. They know each other so, so well. Well, is it truth, or that's what your logical brain says to protect you from uncomfortable truth? Because let's think about it logically. If that amount of money that you're trying to pull in your life and you had such a positive emotions between each other and knew each other for very, very long time, guess what it means? It means you do have that amount of money. You already know how to create it. You already created it, and you can freely replicate that experience over and over again. Yeah. So in case if you never created that amount of money in your life per month, or whatever time frame you take, but I would advise per month. And you're saying they know each other for very, very long time and they're the best friends, it means your brain, logical brain, is installing protecting shields because there is some uncomfortable truth at the subconscious level that you're really not ready to look at. That's what it is. And it doesn't mean that cards never can be friends or have positive emotions. Definitely they can. Only thing, those normally will be situations, people, circumstances, beliefs, programs, blocks that were with you for some time now, or very much possible for your whole life. So play with this exercise, see what you find out. And you will ask me, okay, so I find out what blocks do I have, I see the emotions, like, yeah, I can understand how it connects to my life. What do I do now with this? Well, answer is simple. You heal them, you work through them, you clear them, so you will be able to achieve the money goals that you have. Or for this matter, any other goal that you have that you was testing here. So I really hope it was helpful for you and you learned today something interesting. And I was so excited to share with you glimpse into this method and how it works and what power it has. And until next time, bye-bye.